Building character is not an abstract or optional pursuit. It's the foundation of living a life that matters. Character is what gives us the strength to face chaos, to take on responsibility, and to create order in the world. It is not something we are born with. It's something we forge moment by moment through our actions and decisions. And make no mistake, it's not an easy task, but it is the most worthwhile endeavor you can undertake. To build character, start with honesty, not just with others, but more importantly, with yourself. Pay attention to the words you speak, the commitments you make, and the promises you keep. It's tempting to think that small lies or omissions don't matter, but they do. They chip away at the foundation of who you are. Every time you speak the truth, you reinforce that foundation. And every time you avoid it, you weaken it. The truth is hard, but it's a firm ground to stand on. Next, take responsibility. Stop looking around for someone else to blame for your situation, your failures, or your struggles. It's tempting to point the finger outward because it absolves you of the burden of fixing things. But that's a trap. The moment you accept that your life is your responsibility fully and completely, you unlock the power to change it. Responsibility isn't a burden. It's a privilege. It's what gives your life meaning. The more you take on, the stronger you become. Then embrace discipline. It's not glamorous and it's often uncomfortable, but discipline is the engine of progress. When you set goals, keep your word to yourself. Show up when it's hard. Do the work when you don't feel like it. This builds resilience, the ability to keep moving forward, even when the world is throwing everything it can at you. Resilience is not something you can buy or borrow. It's something you earn, one disciplined action at a time. Building character also requires courage. It's not about being fearless. That's a fantasy. Courage is about moving forward despite fear. It's about confronting what you'd rather avoid, standing up for what you believe in, and facing the unknown. The world is full of challenges, and every time you face one with courage, you grow. You become a little more of the person you were meant to be. Finally, you must align your actions with your values. It's not enough to think about what's right, you have to do it. And doing what's right often comes with a cost. You may lose approval, face criticism, or experience discomfort. But when you act in alignment with your values, you gain something far more valuable: integrity. And with integrity comes peace, the kind that can't be shaken by the chaos around you. Building character is not about perfection, it's about progress. It's about becoming a little better today than you were yesterday. It's not easy and it's not quick, but nothing worthwhile ever is. And here's the truth. The person you become in the process of building character is the person who will be able to handle whatever life throws at them. So start now, not tomorrow, not next week, now. Because the world doesn't just need people with skills or talent, it needs people with character. And that can be you. Honesty is the cornerstone of character, the foundation upon which all other virtues are built. It is not just a moral guideline, but a practical tool that shapes who you are and how you navigate the world. To be honest is to confront reality, however uncomfortable it may be. It requires you to look directly at yourself, your actions, and your intentions without flinching. This is not an easy task. The truth often challenges our ego, exposing flaws and mistakes we would rather ignore. Yet it is precisely this challenge that makes honesty so transformative. When you commit to honesty, you begin to see the world and yourself more clearly. You stop hiding behind excuses or justifications, and this clarity becomes a guiding light for your decisions. The small lies we tell ourselves about our capabilities, motivations, or circumstances seem harmless at first, but they accumulate. They form a web of self-deception that distorts reality and keeps us trapped in mediocrity. By refusing to lie, even in seemingly trivial matters, you dismantle that web and create a path toward authenticity and growth. Being truthful with others is equally important. Trust is the currency of relationships, whether personal or professional, and honesty is its foundation. Without truth, trust erodes, and with it goes the stability of your connections. People can sense insincerity, even if they cannot articulate it, and it creates a barrier between you and them. Conversely, when you are consistently honest, you build a reputation for reliability and integrity. Others know they can count on you to be straightforward, even when it's uncomfortable or inconvenient. And therefore, you have the last laugh. Honesty, however, is not simply about avoiding lies. It is about actively seeking to communicate with precision and transparency. This means choosing your words carefully, ensuring they reflect what you truly mean, and acknowledging the limits of your knowledge when necessary. Pretending to know what you do not, or exaggerating your achievements may provide short-term validation, but it undermines your credibility and damages your character over time. One of the most profound aspects of honesty is the courage it demands. It is tempting to avoid the truth when it is painful or when it threatens to disrupt the status quo. Yet these moments are precisely when honesty matters most. Confronting the truth in difficult situations forces you to face your fears and build resilience. It teaches you to stand firm in your values even when doing so comes at a personal cost. Each time you choose truth over convenience, you strengthen your character and gain a deeper sense of self-respect. Honesty also opens the door to self-improvement. When you are truthful about your shortcomings, you create an opportunity to address them. Admitting a mistake is not a sign of weakness, but of strength. It shows that you are willing to learn and grow. This vulnerability fosters humility, another critical component of character. It allows you to approach life with an open mind, ready to adapt and improve. In essence, honesty is not just a virtue, but a practice. A daily commitment to face reality, speak the truth, and act with integrity. It is through this practice that you build a character capable of withstanding life's challenges and earning the respect of others, and most importantly, yourself. Responsibility is the cornerstone of building character because it is the act of taking ownership of your life and the circumstances within it. It is not merely about fulfilling obligations or duties. It is about recognizing that your actions or lack thereof have consequences, and those consequences are ultimately yours to bear. This mindset is both liberating and challenging. It frees you from the trap of victimhood while simultaneously placing the burden of accountability squarely on your shoulders. One of the most significant aspects of responsibility is its transformative power. When you accept responsibility, you stop viewing yourself as a passive participant in your life. You move away from blaming external factors, such as other people, luck, or circumstances, for your problems or failures. Instead, you begin to see yourself as an active agent capable of making decisions that shape your reality. This shift is empowering. It gives you the clarity to recognize what is within your control and the courage to act on it. Responsibility also cultivates self-respect. When you take ownership of your choices, you build confidence in your ability to manage life's complexities. This doesn't mean you will always make the right decisions or avoid mistakes, far from it. But when you acknowledge your errors and learn from them, you grow stronger. Owning your mistakes demonstrates maturity and integrity, two traits that are essential to a well-developed character. It shows that you value growth over ego, a trait that earns both your own respect and that of others. Taking responsibility requires humility and self-awareness. It means acknowledging that you are not perfect and that improvement is a continuous process. It involves asking difficult questions. How have I contributed to this situation? What could I have done differently? These reflections are not meant to create guilt, but to foster insight and understanding. They help you identify patterns in your behavior, allowing you to correct course and make better choices in the future. Responsibility also has a profound ripple effect on the world around you. When you take responsibility for your actions, you inspire others to do the same. You become a role model for accountability, demonstrating that strength lies in accepting and addressing challenges rather than avoiding them. This is particularly important in leadership roles, where the ability to take responsibility directly impacts the trust and confidence of those who follow you. Leaders who evade accountability erode trust, while those who embrace it build respect and loyalty. At its core, responsibility is not about control, but about agency. You may not control everything that happens to you, but you can always control your response. This is where your true power lies. By focusing on what you can do rather than what is beyond your reach, you turn obstacles into opportunities and challenges into stepping stones. This mindset fosters resilience, helping you weather life's inevitable storms with dignity and strength. And so, the responsibility is not a burden, it is a privilege. It is the key to living a meaningful and purposeful life. Each time you take ownership of your actions, you reinforce the belief that your life is yours to shape. It is in this shaping that character is forged, piece by piece, until you become the person you are capable of being. Discipline is the engine that drives progress and personal growth. It is the ability to do what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it, and it is the cornerstone of building a strong character. While motivation can spark the desire for improvement, it is discipline that sustains it. Motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes depending on your mood or circumstances. Discipline, however, is a choice that you make every single day, and it is through this consistency that true transformation occurs. At its core, discipline is about commitment. It's the promise you make to yourself to pursue your goals regardless of distractions, discomfort, or challenges. Every time you honor that commitment, you strengthen your resolve and build trust in yourself. This self-trust is vital. When you consistently follow through on your intentions, you prove to yourself that you are reliable and capable. On the other hand, neglecting discipline erodes that trust and creates a cycle of self-doubt. Discipline is not easy, and that's precisely why it is so powerful. It requires you to confront the natural resistance that arises when faced with effort or discomfort, whether it's waking up early, committing to a challenging task, or resisting the pull of immediate gratification. Discipline asks you to push beyond what is comfortable. This act of pushing through resistance is where growth happens. Every time you overcome that inner resistance, you expand your capacity for effort and resilience. Resilience is one of the greatest benefits of discipline. Life is unpredictable and challenges are inevitable. Discipline equips you to face these challenges with steadiness and resolve. When you have cultivated discipline, you are less likely to crumble under pressure or give up when things get tough. Instead, you develop a mindset that focuses on solutions and forward movement. Discipline teaches you that setbacks are not the end, but part of the process. It allows you to persist, adapt, and ultimately overcome. Another critical aspect of discipline is its ability to compound over time. Small, consistent actions may seem insignificant in the moment, but they add up to significant results. This principle applies to every area of life, whether it's developing a skill, improving your health, or building a career. By showing up day after day, even when progress feels slow or invisible, you create momentum. Over time, the results of disciplined effort become undeniable, and you realize the value of persistence. Discipline also sharpens focus. In a world full of distractions, the ability to stay committed to your priorities is a rare and valuable trait. Discipline helps you filter out what doesn't matter and concentrate your energy on what does. This focused effort amplifies your effectiveness, enabling you to achieve more in less time. It's not just about working harder, but about working smarter, aligning your actions with your goals. Finally, discipline fosters self-mastery. It gives you control over your impulses and emotions, allowing you to act in alignment with your values rather than being swayed by fleeting desires or external pressures. This self-mastery is a hallmark of strong character. It demonstrates that you are not a victim of circumstances or whims, but an active agent in your own life. Discipline is not about perfection, it's about persistence. It's about choosing to show up, do the work, and push forward, even when it's hard. Through discipline, you build the habits and mindset that lead to success and fulfillment. It is a daily practice, a deliberate choice, and a lifelong journey, but one that is profoundly rewarding. Courage is an essential element of character because it enables you to confront fear, uncertainty, and challenges with determination. It is not the absence of fear. Fear is a natural and necessary response to risk and danger, but rather the ability to act in spite of it. Courage is the driving force that moves you forward when every instinct tells you to retreat. And it is through this act of moving forward that growth and transformation occur. Courage starts with acknowledging fear. It is not about pretending that fear doesn't exist or trying to suppress it. Instead, it involves facing it head on. Fear often arises when you step out of your comfort zone or confront the unknown, and that is precisely where courage is required. When you acknowledge your fear without letting it dictate your actions, you reclaim control over your life. This act of facing fear builds confidence, showing you that you are stronger than you thought. One of the most profound aspects of courage is its role in decision-making. Life is filled with choices that require you to weigh risks against rewards. Some decisions may demand that you take a stand for your values, even when it's unpopular or inconvenient. Other times, courage means letting go of something familiar to pursue something uncertain but potentially greater. In every case, courage pushes you to act according to your principles rather than succumbing to doubt or fear of judgment. Courage also fosters resilience. The world is unpredictable, and setbacks are inevitable. When you choose courage in the face of adversity, you build the strength to endure hardship and emerge stronger. Each time you confront a challenge instead of avoiding it, you grow more capable of handling future difficulties. This resilience becomes a core part of your character, enabling you to navigate life's ups and downs with poise and determination. Another crucial aspect of courage is its ripple effect. Courage is contagious. When you act with bravery, you inspire others to do the same. Whether it's standing up for what's right, admitting a mistake, or pursuing a bold goal, your courageous actions show others what is possible. This creates a chain reaction where your courage empowers others to confront their own fears and take meaningful actions. In this way, courage not only transforms you, but also has the potential to impact those around you. Courage also deepens self-respect. When you face challenges or risks with bravery, you prove to yourself that you are capable of handling life's uncertainties. This builds a sense of pride and self-assurance that cannot be shaken by external circumstances. Acting courageously aligns you with your values, reinforcing your integrity and strengthening your character. Courage is not something that comes naturally to everyone, and that's okay. It is a skill that can be cultivated through practice. Start small, taking on manageable challenges that push you slightly out of your comfort zone. Over time, as you face these smaller fears, your capacity for courage grows, enabling you to take on greater risks and challenges with confidence. Ultimately, courage is what allows you to lead a life of meaning and purpose. It enables you to take risks, pursue your dreams, and stand firm in your convictions. Courage doesn't guarantee success, but it ensures that you live authentically, fully engaged with life's possibilities. It is a defining trait of strong character and a cornerstone of a fulfilling existence. Integrity is the alignment of your actions with your values, and it is one of the most critical components of character. It is the internal consistency that ensures you act in accordance with what you believe to be right, regardless of external circumstances. Integrity requires a steadfast commitment to your principles, even when it is inconvenient, uncomfortable, or costly. It is the glue that holds your character together, creating a sense of authenticity and reliability that others can trust and respect. Living with integrity begins with knowing your values. It demands deep self-reflection to identify what truly matters to you, your core beliefs, ethics, and guiding principles. Without clarity on these, it becomes easy to drift, making decisions based on fleeting emotions, societal pressures, or immediate gratification. Integrity anchors you, providing a clear framework for decision-making. When faced with tough choices, your values act as a compass, guiding you toward actions that align with your principles. Acting in alignment with your values is not always easy. In fact, it is often challenging. There will be moments when doing the right thing feels risky or uncomfortable, where it might mean facing criticism, losing opportunities, or standing alone. However, these are the moments that define your character. When you choose integrity over convenience, you build self-respect. You demonstrate to yourself that your principles are non-negotiable, reinforcing your commitment to living authentically. Integrity also fosters trust. Trust is the foundation of all meaningful relationships, whether personal or professional. People are drawn to those who are consistent and reliable, who say what they mean and do what they say. When your words and actions align, others can depend on you. They know where you stand, and this predictability creates a sense of safety and respect. Conversely, a lack of integrity erodes trust. When people perceive dishonesty or inconsistency, it creates doubt and undermines the foundation of the relationship. One of the most powerful aspects of integrity is the inner peace it brings. When your actions align with your values, there is no inner conflict, no lingering guilt or regret. You can look at yourself in the mirror with confidence, knowing you have stayed true to who you are. This sense of self-assurance is invaluable, providing a stable foundation from which to navigate life's uncertainties. Integrity also has a ripple effect. When you live with integrity, you inspire others to do the same. Your actions set an example, showing that it is possible to stay true to one's values even in the face of challenges. This influence can be profound, encouraging others to reflect on their own principles and choices. By living authentically, you contribute to a culture of accountability and ethical behavior. Living with integrity is a continuous process. It requires constant self-awareness and a willingness to hold yourself accountable. It means regularly evaluating whether your actions align with your values and making adjustments when they don't. It is not about perfection, it's about striving to be better, to be consistent, and to remain true to your principles. Integrity is the hallmark of a strong character, and it is through this unwavering commitment to authenticity that you create a life of purpose and respect.